Good morning, Rogersville. Welcome once again to the Christmas edition of the Morning Waffle.
Christmas.
Is this week Christmas?
It's this week is Christmas.
What?
Friday is Christmas Eve. Saturday is.
Wow.
Didn't we talk about that?
We did.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it is. It's
I knew
faster
it
this
was
year.
going to be Speedy Gonzalez this year.
Yeah.
I don't know why it surprises me, but it does. Is that a sign of busyness?
Yep. Oh, my ears are
Chaos
itching really
in my
bad.
life?
I have a chair for our good buddy Tom here. If he,
Where are you, Tom Baker?
Tom?
Do we need to
Tom?
send a search party?
Tom?
Hello.
Is it me you're looking for? I could see it in your eyes.
My ears are itching.
Keep going.
Is it my music?
Keep
My
going.
music
No,
makes you-
it's something with did someone with head lice wear this? Do we have a lice situation?
Did the Chain Gang borrow our
Yeah,
Oh, man.
that's the problem, right?
Well, it's not Ryan White. I don't know if
those
you've seen him.
boys
He,
over-
he,
is
he
he-
buzzed his head.
is he buzzed?
It's just buzzed, yeah.
You know, we came on about 10 minutes later today, and I
my
think
fault.
I think we lost all our viewers.
Oh, sorry. We're here. We're here. We lost
only
Tom.
got-
We lost our viewers.
We've only got 10 people.
Bah humbug.
I
Well,
don't know if I'm going to be. I don't know what to do.
I don't know what to do.
well, I mean, we start the episode with, have we talked about this before? And then you're pulling a Kramer over here with the ears. It's like this is Seinfeld.
That's so weird. I've been trying to watch some old Seinfeld lately.
I don't
too.
have to try. I turn it on and just, that's my happy
Just-
place.
Just go there.
I love it.
Join. Yeah. I don't
Love
know. I don't know. It's got some good points.
It's all good.
It's got some good.
It's the best. You're probably more of an Office person.
I do. I love The Office. I do. I like The Office a lot. Big fan. Watched it multiple times. So, Will, how did your turkey smoking at Creedstown go?
I had a lot of fun. Oh, Mandy's
That was
here.
fun.
Hi, Mandy.
Hey, what's up?
So, so here's the thing. You all get frozen turkey legs today. Merry Christmas.
You get a turkey
you have
leg.
some
and
left
you get
over.
a turkey leg.
Yeah. Well, so I bought 150 pounds of turkey legs because the last time
They're hard to get a hold of.
they're very hard to get a hold of because Silver Dollar City's buying them all. So I managed to get my hands on 150 pounds of turkey legs. And the last time I bought from this supplier, they were like 5-pound turkey legs. I mean, they were ginormous. And so I'm thinking, okay, I've probably got 30 or 40 turkey legs. These were like the 2-pounders. So I ended up with like 150.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've got a lot of
Holy
turkey
moly.
legs.
5-pound turkey legs.
Well, they were 3 or 4 pounds. I mean, they were huge.
I
Just
didn't
like
know. I had
the-
no idea of what the weight of a turkey leg is.
That
That surprises me.
It depends on the turkey.
Well, evidently, if they've been doing their leg
I
day.
was going to say these were Chris Ballard
been doing
style
leg day.
turkeys. They were pretty buff, but
Is it a Jersey Shore turkey that skipped leg day?
Yeah,
or is it a...
so anyway, I think I ended up with about 90 to 100 turkey legs left over.
Holy moly.
But we sold enough, covered our costs. So
Yeah.
and I'm just doing it for fun anyway. And it was great to be out there, and I love to cook, and I love to do all that stuff.
You learn something every time
So
you do stuff like
I
that,
put
too.
some out there for $20. You could buy 4, and they were fresh when I was delivering them Sunday. Now I've got them all frozen now, but I still have probably 10 or 15 4-packs left. If somebody wants
Okay.
Well, there you go.
some frozen turkey legs, hit me up, and
Probably will partake in
I'll
that.
get them to you. But so, it was a lot of fun. And Creedstown was great.
was cool.
They had it decorated really nice. You and the girls were out there right now.
Yep.
Lots of vendors. Shelby was out there selling her candles and wax melts, and she did really well. That was her first outing to do that. And so she had
did
a good
good.
time.
They smell really good.
Looked like a pretty good turnout too.
It was.
Like a good time.
It was. It was a nice, steady stream of folk. Rusty Fork was there.
That's good.
Always love their burgers.
Yeah, they got really good. I had their burgers. So I'm selling turkey legs, but I went over there and bought a
Yeah.
cheeseburger because, Shelby, last night we're going to bed, and Shelby was like, our entire house smells like turkey leg. Like, that's great, isn't it?
it's a great
Anytime
smell.
I do a food competition, I regret it a week later when my house still smells like tacos or chili.
I would have no regret over that. I just love that. That's
You have to walk
that's
into
smells
a man,
great.
That's a man candle right
Yes.
thick
it is.
odor of meat.
there. I love it.
Meat. It was
It's
good.
much better than all those scented candles. No offense to Shelby's work there.
I like these candles because they're not like run you out of a room overpowering candles. They're very nicely scented. Like it's an appropriate. You shouldn't be in a fog of apple.
Well,
like
that's-
you shouldn't.
That's good feedback. Shelby was thrilled
Gives you a
out
headache
there
'cause it's so much.
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
smelled a few of those candles.
because I didn't know if you picked up on her theme, but it's this little light candle company,
Yeah.
and so she's got a verse on every candle.
This little light of mine.
That's the
I'm
the
gonna
idea.
let
That's
it
the
down.
theory.
Hey, it's Ballard singing
Hide it
on
under
the
a
show.
bushel.
That's the right.
No.
Yeah, put it on City on a Hill. So they,
I'm
it'll
done
have
singing.
it'll have a word that's based on the scripture verse, but she doesn't put the scripture reference on there. She just puts the verse on there. So it's a very subtle.
That's cool.
And then she, has the scent, and she's like, some 20-year-old dude came by and he got the candle and he looked at it and he smelled it. He's like, hey, it smells kind of like the word. And she's like, yeah. She's like, one person has finally got it, that she's tried to match the scent of the candle to the word that's the name of the candle. And
20-year-old
cool.
seminarian.
so she has an iron candle that's her masculine scent, and so it's got some.
Baker just texted. I won't say what he said.
Don't put that on the screen.
Don't put that on. Don't airdrop
I
that.
don't think he did he. Well, I
In
need
the
to
group message.
Okay, I need to see this just for fun. Talk amongst yourselves.
Talk amongst yourself. Coffee talk.
That's
So-
not exactly the way my son put it
Yeah, that's what he
when he
said.
slept through his alarm.
Hey, come on in, Tom.
Yeah.
Come on in.
Coming in hot. So you guys have a big Christmas Eve service, right?
Yeah. I
That's
don't
exciting.
know what's a big one. I mean, we have.
Well,
one,
you have a Christmas Eve service.
It's the cool thing about it is like it's just traditional. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's short. It's we'll sing traditional hymns. We'll light the Advent candles. I'll speak a very short word of encouragement, Christmas message, and then we'll do the candlelight. Silent night, like
Yep.
just the way it's supposed to be. Like
Set some hair on fire.
Yeah. It's like I love it. I'm not a super traditional guy.
Have
but
a
when it comes
4-year-old
to-
drip hot wax on
I'm
their
about
fingers.
traditional.
Yeah, it's good times.
That's what I mean when
That's
you
what
grow
Christmas
up
is all
with
about.
church. I mean that's half the fun is playing with the candle wax.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
getting it all over the
yeah.
place.
See if
So-
you can burn one of your friends.
if you'll just wait a second, it'll cool real fast. Okay, it's okay.
So that's what we're doing Friday night, 6 p.m. and
Very good.
yeah, we do like our big thing is the night before that with Shayna's family, and then
Yeah.
we'll just be at home on Saturday for the big day. So
The
what about
big
you guys? What's going on?
day.
We do Christmas Eve at my folks' house, and so we'll be over there for lunch, and then we're gonna hit our first service Christmas Eve, which is really early. It's like at 2, I think.
Oh my gosh! Before people even out of
It's
work.
pretty early, 2:30. Well, it's Christmas Eve. A lot of
That's
people are at
true.
work. So, and then we're going to stay and work the coffee hot chocolate bar for the second service, and then there's the third service. But then we're going to go home. We're going to eat dinner, open presents at my mom and dad's house. Then we'll go home. We'll do our little family Christmas morning with our 3 boys and our cat.
Yeah.
And then we will go to Shelby's family's.
Trying to think
my
of a
brother.
cat song,
Our kid.
but I hate cats. So
Trees on fire. Yeah, and so then that'll be Christmas. That's what we do.
that
Christmas.
cat had 9 lives. He just spent them all.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry, you got me
It's a
going.
high quality piece of furniture.
Yeah.
Clark.
I knew
If you don't
that
mind me
one.
asking, how much that set you back?
I knew where we were going on that.
I
knew
got
it.
to
We were
fumigate
going-
this here
Got
piece.
to.
Oh man, I'm gonna
go
misquote it if I try right now, so I'm not gonna say it.
I
Well,
just think it's
you're not a
important
guy.
to note Cousin Eddie is the hero of that movie.
Absolutely.
Yes.
He
He
saves the
something.
day. He saves the day for
Independence Day
the
and
entire company.
Christmas, yeah.
because he got them all their bonuses.
That's true by his, crazy kidnapping.
Well, his
of the
heart's
boss.
bigger than his brain.
Yeah, and that's
appreciate
what
that,
that's
Clark.
what Christmas is
Or
all
apparently
about.
the sewage tank in his RV.
It's full.
It's full. It's full.
One of my
Yes, it
neighbors
is.
has a beautiful Christmas display and includes an inflatable that says
Hey Beth.
It's full.
It's full, but it says the
It's
word.
Full.
Yeah, morning Beth.
Word.
And I'm like, it's so funny, but I'm like,
Can't imagine having that.
and we're driving by, and the girls are like, "Mom, what is that word?" And I'm like, "Nothing.
Nope.
Not a word. I'm good. Yeah, nope."
Why is the carpet wet, Margot?
I don't know, Todd.
I think they also asked why Margot was so mean. I think
Speaking of
that came up.
Seinfeld.
Yeah. So no, one of my neighbors, and it is a great display. So drive down Main Street and see the it's very lit up, and it's got an inflatable Cousin Eddie and an inflatable RV. It's awesome.
Nice. Somebody had to manufacture that. Just think about it.
Oh, China.
Yeah, of course.
China did
Of course.
that.
Of course, they don't know what it is.
They're just like, they're like boopers full.
Attendant on wheels.
You know when they translate stuff wrong, you get something and it's
yeah.
way off. Yeah, we had a detective kit that we were looking at the other day, and I'm like, no.
Got translated in China.
Well, when we go there, you eat in restaurants, and they're trying to translate it. And I'll tell you off air a lot of the things that they said. He's like, that's not right.
That's not right. Chuck likes your hair.
Yeah, he called you out for your headphones. Yeah, Chuck, you're a new viewer, obviously.
Chuck, hey, Chuck.
We've covered this.
Chuck's the treasurer at our church.
Yeah.
So.
We've covered the fact that Chris won't put the headphones on.
I mean, why would I?
Correctly.
Why would I do that, Chuck? I mean, you know me well.
Why?
Oh, it's
Why would
awesome.
I do that?
I love that he's on giving me stick for that.
Yeah, that's good.
Funny.
That's good. Well, I wonder if Tom's going to make it. I told him to come on in.
I don't know.
I doubt it.
He's probably
He's
a good 10, 15 minutes
he's
away.
recovering.
He's recalibrating
That's
his life
true.
after a 4-week run of
on stage.
learning.
The Hills Are Alive.
The Sound of Music for 2 weeks and then performing it for 2 weeks.
Wait, The Hills Has Eyes or The Hills Are Alive? Which one is he in?
Either way,
We're not
they're
sure.
both tasty shows. Very different theme, but anyway.
There's probably nothing going on this week in
Not a
town,
lot.
right? Like as far as because all the Christmas stuff is.
I don't think so. It's interesting having Christmas on a Saturday. I feel
It
like it's a
is.
whole different component.
Yeah.
I
I'm
don't know
not a
why.
fan as a pastor. I'm
Yeah.
just going to tell you that. I like the midweek breakup.
That's fair.
I think my vote would be for Thursday. I want Christmas.
Should we just make it like
Christmas on a
Thanksgiving? Forget the
Thursday.
whole lunar calendar
Christmas
and the whole
on a
thing.
Thursday?
Like,
No, it needs to stay. I mean, it's
Let's
actually
get on
one of
the
the
lunar calendar.
one of the few holidays, as we discussed, I think last week, that's date
it's
driven.
Date driven. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder, okay, and maybe this may sound stupid, but when did they pick the date that it was going to be the 25th?
I've studied this before, church history. You kind of go through all that, but I cannot.
Yeah.
I would do a horrible job trying to.
Yeah. Well, we need to know.
Well, we'll turn to our brain trust viewers. Let us know.
Let us know when they picked the
why-
25th.
When? Well, I think. Yeah,
What's funny is
when.
I'm
When?
sitting
When that
here
was-
remembering
I'm
studying
sure it was
that.
the Council of Nicaea because they decided everything.
It wasn't the Council of Nicaea.
That.
You don't know that either? No. Well, we won't go there. We'll bore everybody with church history. We'll go through all the councils.
You don't know,
Well,
you don't
speaking of
know
you-
that either.
Yeah, I was going to say, we can talk about heretics, and you've got your Christmas.
I have my Calvinist
Sweatshirt.
Santa sweatshirt.
Calvinist
It
Santa.
says you're all on the naughty list.
Spoken like
my
a true
gosh.
Calvinist. You're
Yes.
all sinful and deprived. And,
Total depravity.
yes.
Total depravity. So,
Oh, yeah.
but Saint Nick, he was famous for taking out
For
heretics.
taking out heretics.
Taking
He's
out
going to
heretics.
kick heretics in the teeth. And that's the one we celebrate as this benevolent, gift-bearing child.
So the heretic Arminius, who was a proponent of just lost it.
We're going on
he
a different track
he
here.
denied the divinity of Christ, and so Saint Nicholas punched him right in the face.
Wham.
This was like the best church fight ever.
Yeah, it's like
I love a good church fight.
Well, yeah,
I'm
everybody
here.
does.
I'm here to
Wait,
punch heretics and
so
give out presents. I'm all out of presents.
You guys have scholared these things. So
more than me.
when are they saying that he was actually born? Have they picked like a time of year?
Oh, Jesus!
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, no.
I thought you meant Saint Nicholas.
Bob.
Yeah, Bob. Yeah. When was Bob born? That's what we need to know right now. When was Bob born?
When was Bob Guffey
Oh,
born?
Chelsea, a friend of mine. The Google says Constantine
Constantine.
started formally celebrating on December 25th.
Well, there you go. If the
Holy
Google says it.
moly, 336.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Well,
Yeah. So there's.
it's 335.
So a lot of
years,
people
I
want to say,
think.
well, it wouldn't have been
Thanks, Chelsea.
it wouldn't have been wintertime because then the shepherds wouldn't have been out in the fields keeping watch over their flock by night.
That's
Well, it's Israel.
Well,
malarkey.
well, what they're missing is that part of the Jewish tradition, the religious ceremonies, would mean that they had to have lambs to sacrifice in the temple. Mm-hmm. And so the shepherds outside of Jerusalem would have been there year round because it was a like one of
You're-
our meat markets around here.
You're watching,
a large cattle operation. You've always got livestock.
No, they were always raising food and sacrifice
Right.
stuff.
So
They weren't just hanging out waiting to see what happened.
So it's correct to say that shepherds would be in certain places at certain times and not at other times, but not around Jerusalem. They
there's-
would have been there 12 months out of the year. So there's really no way to predict
the
the
time,
time based on
yeah.
the shepherds. And a lot of
Gotcha.
people try to do that, and that's wrong.
I've wondered that. I think I've looked into it before, but I couldn't remember the answer I found, like when the general time was.
Well, and I mean, you are talking about the Middle East. It's an arid climate. So, you don't
Yeah,
really
it's
have
not
the
like they're
whole
going to have like feet of snow. Yeah.
Well, and then you look at the census, and you say, well, did history tell us, do they always do the census? But that was kind of a random thing, too. Like, he wanted to do the census at that time, and it was just kind of at the
Well, and that was
the
a
whim
Roman.
of the
That was a
emperor.
Roman ask.
Right.
Right. It wasn't a Jewish ask either.
Right.
So that's difficult.
Any religious scholars out there that'd like to weigh in on this, please
Well,
comment.
yeah. To answer your question is that we don't know.
Yeah,
we
that's
simply
what I
don't
was
know, and
thinking.
so that's why to be able to celebrate the birth, they just basically picked a
They're
date.
like, let's pick
Nobody
a date.
cares. Merry
Apparently
Christmas.
in 336.
That's right. Thanks, Mandy.
Oh,
We're glad somebody likes to hear this.
Can you tell me what year it was? I know that.
Actually, you don't. It's somewhere between. There's about a 4-year range that it could have been.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it could 2 BC or 2 AD, somewhere in between.
Boop, somewhere in there.
Yeah,
There you go.
About a four. We've got it narrowed down to
Well,
about those
it's
4
not like
years.
they had the Google back then.
They didn't
so
have the
things
Google.
didn't
Nobody had Apple
exactly-
Watches.
Yeah.
Gee, Mary didn't have an Apple Watch.
Although there was somebody
Mary,
made
did you
this,
know that
and
there
it
are
was-
Apple Watches that could tell you those things?
So
I hate that song, by the way.
okay, I'm interesting thing.
Yes, she knew. Read the Bible.
Actually-
it tells us what she knew.
That's true, and I used to take the same position, and then my wife argued with me, and I think she has a good point, because if you listen to the lyrics of the verse, it says, did you know that he would walk on water? Did you know that he would heal a blind man? She maybe didn't know all the details.
Didn't know all the details.
So
Agreed.
I think there's a
Agreed.
little bit of redemption possible there.
And if you read Mark's gospel, within a couple chapters, she's already forgotten. Like,
yeah.
she's Jesus, come back in here. If you keep saying that stuff, they're going to kill you. Come back home. And so
He's like, hello.
Mom, remember what the angels told you? Like, hello.
That's exactly what's
You
going to
remember
happen.
you and Joseph didn't, and yet you're like, hello.
And they're mad because he's lost at the temple. 12 years later, he's like, Mom, I'm just home. I'm here doing what I'm
Where I
supposed
belong.
to do.
I'm in my father's house.
Mom. Jesus.
Can you imagine being the mother of
Yeshua,
Jesus?
Yeshua, get in here.
I always think, I laugh about that. Like, seriously, being the mother
What are you
of
gonna do?
Jesus. Like,
What are you gonna do?
Goodness.
I
I don't know what to do with him. He just does whatever he wants.
Does whatever he wants, and I
And there's
can't get onto
and
him.
there's nothing wrong with it.
Trying
Good
to
stuff.
ground
And
him.
his
it didn't
father's
work.
cool with everything he's doing.
And you know what? He's
Heavenly
just,
Father.
I'm just here dealing with it myself.
That's right. He's up there in heaven. And,
Well,
we better be careful.
and
If
it-
St. Nicholas may come
I
punch
I
us
know
all
he
in
may punch us
the
right
mouth.
in the but you don't hear much about Joseph either, so he must
I've
have
also
died
wondered
fairly,
about that. Like,
fairly.
what happened with Joseph?
It seems to make
Before-
sense that he died fairly early.
Yeah, I would think so too.
Well, I mean, he's got a lot on his plate.
And he was probably significantly older than Mary.
Yeah, that would have been typical.
Speaking of the Middle East,
Yeah, well,
I've been watching the Jack Ryan show.
if Tom, you're right, John. If Tom were here, he would have.
Tom would totally know.
He would at least make up the answers and tell them as if he knew him.
Very specific argument about them.
New angle.
So I've been watching the Tom or Jack. What is it? Jack Ryan show.
Oh, yeah,
from
yeah.
the Tom Clancy character.
I'm
I don't know
lost.
the name of the show.
Is that the dude from the Office?
Yes, yeah.
With the
and
dude from The Office.
It's so realistic about Middle East stuff that I'm getting confused on
What's
happened.
really happening? What's really going on? Wait, is that?
Yeah. So
Well, I am.
if I start talking about something that's in the Middle East, it's like a terrorist attack. Just ignore me.
I
It's
think
not
I watched
real.
about 2 seasons of that, and then Yellowstone.
There's only
came-
been 2.
Then Yellowstone. Well, then
there's
okay,
only been 2.
I'm caught up.
You're caught up.
I'm caught up. So I'm all good.
Oh, it's pretty good though. It's interesting.
I did enjoy it. I did think it was kind of fun. But yeah,
Shot
it
kinda
is
cool.
kind of very realistic. But,
It's very realistic.
But I get confused because now like the Taliban are allies or something. Like they're the good guys.
Sure, they are.
Yeah.
Well, that's what the
Real.
Biden keeps telling me.
The Biden.
Let's not talk about him. It's the week of Christmas.
Yeah, it's Christmas, man. Come on.
I don't want to talk about them. Any of them.
That was a conversation killer.
It's my fault.
My grumpy Santa's coming back out.
Can we go back to quoting Christmas Vacation?
Oh man, good times.
Yeah. So what are you cooking this week for Christmas?
Well, Shelby's making some chicken and noodles to take to Mom
Ooh,
and
that's
Dad's
a good
house,
one.
and I'm kind of waiting to see if there's going to be any requests come in.
We need to
But,
fill in the gaps.
Yeah, I will probably provide turkey legs.
sounds like you have
I got some turkey legs for you.
and on New Year's Eve too.
Turkey legs. But I'm considering a brisket. I may actually do a slab of ribs or pulled pork
you can't
because.
beat ribs.
Well, I know that, but see, here's the thing. So we have Luke, who's celiac, peanut allergy, picky.
That's what you mentioned, the turkey legs, and my first thought was, well, what spices did you put on them?
Well, it's gluten free, but he doesn't like turkey.
Oh, well. Okay.
So
I was thinking about for my daughter.
Oh yeah,
I don't care about your kid.
No, she's good.
Okay.
I don't care.
It's good. No, it's just
I'll put a turkey leg in her stocking.
sugar and thyme and all that stuff. Yeah, better than coal.
Hopefully you didn't char it.
So
like
I'm
coal.
standing there at Creedstown though, and I'm feeding the girls the turkey legs, right? And they're just reaching up and taking a bite out of them because when you're trying to eat standing with kids, you just make it work. And
You're holding it here.
I'm literally holding
Like
it
little
there.
Birds.
Amanda Loveland walks by and goes, "They're like little birds."
I'm picturing it right now. Which is hysterical to think that they're reaching up to you.
Oh man.
I would like to have seen that.
It was fun.
But Luke likes ribs, so he'll eat pork ribs. And so I was thinking
Yeah.
about making a slab of ribs for Luke.
doesn't
so he'd
like
have
ribs?
something. I know, they're pretty good.
I love ribs.
Or pulled pork, because he'll eat pulled pork.
See, you mentioned that, and I can do pulled pork, but when you said brisket, I'd take brisket over pulled pork any day.
Brisket's about my favorite.
Love brisket.
Yeah, I do too. It's once you get it figured out.
I don't know.
And that's what my mother-in-law will probably do on Christmas Eve when we get together.
I would
Christmas Eve.
I would consider doing a prime rib again, except that I can't afford one.
we
Those
got
are like $500 freaking dollars.
they're not $500 at Valley.
No, Valley's would be the place I would go.
We
of
got
course.
one.
Did you?
And,
well,
But they were high.
my mom paid for it. I don't know.
Who cares? Mom's got it.
but-
Vicky's got it.
But
Thanks,
Valley
Vicky.
Mountain does have really good prices.
They
so,
do.
They take good care of you.
No, my dad wanted prime rib, so Jesse's he's gonna handle it. He's gonna smoke it.
I need to,
whatever.
do you think Mountain Valley would slice? I had some steaks that were supposed to be 2 inches, and they're like 4 inches.
Yeah.
Would they? If I took them over there, wonder what they would charge me just to. They're massive. I know. Well, we bought a cow and we had them cut, and I told them I wanted them.
Are they frozen?
They're frozen,
Oh,
so
okay.
to go right through their.
Yeah. They don't have a saw.
Oh, they
bandsaw?
don't.
No, they don't have a saw.
Okay.
So they'd have to be thawed for them to cut them.
Well, I mean,
if they're
I could do
thawed,
that.
you could cut them, or I
Yeah.
can, we can cut.
Well, I could do it. I just know I'd probably make a mess of them.
Let's get them out on the bandsaw.
Yeah, that's what I told
Take 'em
Shayna.
over
I
to
was like,
Barry.
I got it.
I bet
Oh,
Barry
should
can
go.
handle that.
Barry's coming to
Go.
see you. I didn't think
Barry's
about
getting
that.
his hair cut at 10, so you can just catch him over
Just
there.
bring him some frozen steaks and set it on
Hey,
his lap.
Kicks,
at 10.
Barry.
Can you could you take care of this?
Because I'm getting my hair cut at 10:30. So
That's fun. I was just getting ready to ask, why do you know when Barry's getting his hair cut?
well,
That's
the reason
really
I know,
Weird, man.
the reason I know is because Kix put out.
Stalker level 10,000.
I just read Facebook. So Kix put out, he's like, hey, I got a couple openings today. And
Oh, I
Barry
see. I saw
replied,
that.
I'll take your 10 o'clock. So that's how I know Barry's getting his hair cut at 10 o'clock today.
Do you know when I'm getting my hair
Facebook
cut?
is so weird. That's what you get from
No, when
Facebook.
your friends are getting your hair.
I know when
haircut.
Barry's getting his hair cut.
I'm getting my hair cut in about 2
And
years.
now so do you.
2 years I'll get my hair cut.
I got my hair cut yesterday
About 2 years I'll get mine cut.
at 9 a.m. If you want to
Yeah,
know.
at
I
9
didn't
a.m.
post that on.
I'll be going at 10:30.
And I know when I'm getting my hair cut in
getting my oil.
January and when I'm getting my hair cut in February. Do you?
I get my hair cut every other Tuesday.
Yeah, but do you? Oh, so you have it scheduled?
Yeah, I have it scheduled out. It's a recurring event with Kix because I don't want anybody else getting my spot.
2 years.
I'm getting my oil change this afternoon.
Well, put it on Facebook.
I
All
think I
people
will.
need to know.
I think I will. I just did.
I guess you did.
And Twitter and Instagram and all that
The tweeter.
Oh, my
I had a
goodness.
wonderful shopping experience last night. Speaking of running last minute errands before Christmas, because I have a list this long. So
long?
we go to
Longer than you.
Yeah, I'm short. And so we go to American Made General Store last night, and they're open till 8. And I don't think
Nice.
people realize this.
Oh, that's
They're
nice.
open till 8. So we shopped around. I yelled at my kids because they got the little carts. And they lose their minds when they get the little carts, and they're just like
Are these the
grabbing
the little kid
Yeah,
carts?
the little bitty ones.
Sweet.
Yeah, and they're
That's awesome. Yeah.
Buy 'em ice cream.
It's like NASCAR drivers.
and
I love it.
First thing, I'm leading the herd of baby birds. Jesse's in the middle, I
They're
guess.
fishtailing around
And
every corner.
I hear a dull thud, and Jesse
It goes down.
and Jesse
No!
Jesse
My
goes,
shin!
Clara,
Come on.
Clara,
Come on, my shin!
the shins.
There it is.
And I turn around, and Jesse's got that dad look on his face where he's trying not to freak out. And I'm like, did she hit you? He's like, yeah.
I'm feeling it.
Yep.
I'm feeling it right now.
Why do they do that? The minute you hand a kid a shopping cart, they just ram it into
Why
your
wouldn't they do that? Why
right.
wouldn't they? They don't get to drive yet. That's a chance to drive. And tell me they were putting both feet on the back of that cart.
Oh, it was just
skating.
insanity.
Oh, my
I mean,
goodness.
they were, and at one point, Clara had it sideways and was about to tip over.
What you really want is Clara in Evie's cart, and Evie just pushing her around the store.
Oh, somebody'd get injured. It'd be Clara.
My favorite thing about the American-made general store is the ability to stop on my way home and get ice cream.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Hop in there, get some ice cream, and I'm on my way home.
Yeah,
That's
they noticed
awesome.
the ice cream at the end. I'm like, no, we're not doing that.
It's good ice cream.
We're not getting ice
It's
cream.
good ice
That's
cream.
worth the trip.
Yeah, it's
You
good ice
mentioned
cream.
the shopping carts. I was remembering when I was probably, 14, my next door neighbor and I, we talked our parents into letting us have a sleepover bit in the tent in the backyard.
I've done that a lot.
We didn't stay there, though. Of course, we were at
didn't
IGA
either.
was really close to my house in Republic growing up. And so it was a short stretch where they were open all night long.
Because they wanted to torture their employees.
Well, we make our way over there, and there's like two teenage, maybe 20-year-old dudes working there, and we're hanging out with them all night. And that's what we did was we had races around the store where they're pushing us. We're in the cart, and like we're just, pushing each other the whole time. And it was so much fun. It was like one of the best nights of my childhood was all night at the IGA. And
that sounds like a movie,
right?
Like Harold and Kumar at the IGA.
They had the keys for the arcade machines, and so they opened it up, and we were just throwing quarters, playing all night. So between kart races and
make a
the
movie
two
about that.
arcade games that they had, it was a blast.
Yeah.
So for people younger than us, what you don't realize is they used to leave children in charge of stores regularly.
Yeah.
And
And children had a lot of freedom to roam the world, obviously.
because we had some.
Because I would never let my kids do that.
No, we had some friends that were the closing crew at the local grocery store. Things happened.
Yeah. Stuff disappeared.
Things you used to get to do when you were a kid is, so my dad used to send me into the store to buy cigarettes when I was a kid. Now, he's quit smoking now, but it's like, let's go in there.
Stuff like that was commonplace.
Yeah, and then it's no big deal.
Yeah.
It's like that meme of the kid blowing out the birthday candles, and there's like a Budweiser right by his face and a full ashtray.
That's the 80s. That's the 70s and 80s.
It is.
Oh my God.
That's
But
it.
no, it was totally normal to leave maybe a 15-and-a-half-year-old in charge of a whole store with a key.
Yeah, keys, money.
And the money and the food.
And a shotgun
And a shotgun.
in case anything goes wrong.
Be like, there you go, Barry. We'll say Barry. And close up. And it's like, well, okay. And then 6 friends run in the back door. And then insanity ensues. Totally normal.
Well, you all had your friend that worked at the fast food restaurant that
Locking kids in the freezer.
after the 10 minutes, it's past its hold time. They're like giving you the free food out the back door.
Yeah, I got some free Taco Bell Express back in the day. Remember when they had those in gas stations?
Yeah. Ugh.
Gas station tacos.
I got heartburn. Just hearing you say it.
Also, for people not younger than us, there used to be tiny Taco Bells in gas stations called Taco Bell Express.
I'd forgotten that.
That had
I'd
a
totally
limited
forgotten
menu.
that.
Oh, it was a blessing in Houston, Missouri back in the day.
Oh, yeah, you didn't have a lot of
No,
options.
there's a decent amount of options, but evening options were limited, and money. I mean, you could afford tacos and gas and cigarettes and beer back in the day.
39-cent tacos.
And gas was under $1.
Well, yeah.
What a magical time.
Good times. Reagan was president.
No safety
No,
helmets.
I wasn't 6 when I was going to the gas station and getting tacos and gas.
Lauren getting her tacos, gas, and cigs. 6 years old. Well, they're for Dad.
Yep. No problem.
This was more, I guess, late 90s, early 2000.
But it's only been against the law for tobacco products for 10, 15 years. There's only been that there's been an age restriction on tobacco products to buy them in the system. Yeah, it has been that long. Maybe 20. I don't know. I'm getting
now
old.
it's 21.
It was 19 when they first rolled it out, because I know I was a prosecutor when that law came out. So that was 1999 to 2002.
I forget
in that
Really?
3-year window.
Because it just feels like it's
So I guess it's been 20 years.
Ugh.
Yep. 'Cause I remember when that law came out, because like, are we
I
really
know
going to prosecute people for this?
When
I guess we are.
When
I'm going to be busy.
All the 18-year-olds with cigarettes.
Yeah, because that's like, it was 18 when I was in high school. You had to be 18 to buy cigarettes.
No, it was unrestricted.
19?
It was unrestricted prior to about 2000. There you go.
What a weird conversation. Merry Christmas.
Get your cigs. Holy cow.
Smoking's bad. We all know that.
It's not good for your health.
No, it's bad. You shouldn't do it.
Don't do it.
It's shocking, though,
Santa Claus doesn't want you to smoke.
how younger people are continuing to pick it up, though.
Oh,
Yeah, but it's mostly vaping now.
A country is
guess that's
out banning I want to say it's New Zealand. I heard this the other day. New Zealand is starting a gradual, complete ban of tobacco.
Interesting.
If you're born after a certain age, you will never legally be able to buy tobacco in New Zealand. And so I'm guessing it's just going to be sold on the black
it
market.
because
they
they
might
keep-
want to study American history.
Yeah, that
how
doesn't
well
go
that
so
works.
well.
Well, I'm interested because, like, in the United States, you couldn't necessarily do that because of some constitutional issues. But if they continually were amending the age of the law, they could get away with it.
Yeah, it's
But
a
if
gradual
But if they
deal.
just said if you're born before this date, flat, then
think that's what it was.
that would be an unconstitutional restriction on a specific class of people.
I bet they don't have the same constitution in New Zealand.
Well, I'm confident they don't.
Pretty confident. Yeah.
I don't know much about the history.
We don't have the same constitution we started with either.
No, that's true.
Do we still have that old document laying around somewhere?
It's,
It's been dusty in a museum.
few of us keep track of it. Nicolas Cage, myself.
Nicolas Cage found it.
They're making a movie about Nicolas Cage being Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, I saw that.
Now
seen
I would
this
watch.
preview?
I would watch
movie.
that movie.
That
And I think
sounds-
Nicolas Cage plays Nicolas Cage.
He does.
in the movie.
And Nicolas Cage plays in Raising Arizona. Did you ever watch it?
I did watch it.
I tried.
I did
I
watch it.
vetoed.
You got to stick with it.
Yeah, you gotta kinda hang in
it
there.
builds. It's a slow burn.
It's a real slow burn.
Huh?
No,
Oh,
it's
goodness.
one of those. Yeah, I think you had to see it back in the time.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
Well, since everybody's quit watching us anyway,
I don't know.
sorry to run
I'm
y'all
showing
off.
7
Thanks for
people.
hanging in with us.
I got a lot of work to do
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah, I should probably get to my giant
Places
list
to go,
of things
people
to,
to
do
be.
before
I
Christmas.
got some turkey legs. If you want some turkey legs, let me know.
Making a list,
The
checking it
annual
twice.
Festival giving of the turkey legs.
And the feats of strength
My
and the annual
favorite
airing
part
of
of
grievances. All right, folks.
A lot of problem with you.
Merry
people.
Christmas.
Have a Merry Christmas.
Merry
Hey,
Christmas.
join us Friday on Christmas Eve for the 4-H Christmas special. Yeah. So
Mine will be making an appearance.
we're skipping out on the Friday show. Cassie and I, we're going to be with our families, and so the 4-H crew will be here
like it.
this Friday morning. So tune in for that. See you later.
Merry Christmas.
Bye.
Merry Christmas.